Welcome, everyone. We are happy to see all of you joining today to participate in the Save Soil movement. My name is Kavita, and I am a volunteer with Conscious Planet and the Save Soil movement. In today's session, we will start with a brief introduction to the Save Soil movement, share the latest updates, and Sadhguru's journey. Discuss what you can do to participate in this week and answer any questions that you may have. This will take about 35 to 40 minutes, and we hope you will stay with us. Some of you may be new to the Safe Soil movement, so we will start with a brief introduction. What is the Save Soil movement? Save Soil is a global movement to save our soil from extinction by bringing about global national policy changes to revitalize the soil by raising and maintaining the organic content in the soil at a minimum of 3 to 6%. Let us watch a brief video to learn more.
We are talking about climate change, carbon emissions, and global warming and various other aspects. But we are not addressing soil. Soil is the habitat upon which zillions of lives thrive. Once there is no richness in soil, then you have forsaken the planet in many ways. Every responsible scientist in the world and the UN agencies are clearly saying we have only 80 to 100 harvests left. That means approximately 45 to 50 years of agricultural soil left on the planet. By 2045, we will be producing 40% less food than what we are producing right now, and our populations will be 9.3 billion people. The food shortages that could manifest in the next 25 years, the consequences of that is unimaginable. Civil wars will unfold across the world once there is food shortage. What we are facing now is soil extinction. Why is soil becoming extinct? Where is it going away? What is happening to our soil? We must understand, if you add organic content to sand, sand will turn into soil. If you remove all organic content from the soil, soil will become sand. In normal agricultural soil, the minimum organic content should be between 3 to 6%. The most minimum is 3%. At least this minimum to keep the soil alive, to keep the soil as living soil is a must. Agricultural soils across the world, the depletion is so heavy, in most countries, more than 50% of the topsoil is already gone in the last 100 years. The nutrient levels have dropped significantly. The level of micronutrients you would get from your food in early 20th century to what you are getting from the same food now has dropped 90%. If you ate one orange in 1920s, what you got from it, now in 2020, if you have to get the same, you will have to eat 8 oranges. This is what we have done to our food.
Soil is the biggest ecosystem on the planet, and so few people know anything about it. 1 teaspoon of healthy soil probably contains more microbes than there are people on Earth.
The microbial life in the first 12 to 15 inches of topsoil is the basis of our existence. It is this magic beneath our feet which has produced the life that we are. This first 12 to 15 inches of soil is the basis of life for 87% of life on this planet, including you and me.
We have to begin to recognize that what we call our soil, Mother Earth, is a living organism.
Open soils, ripped open by ploughing, open to sunlight, is the basis of destruction of microbial life. So the focus should be on agriculture, the focus should be on seeing that land is under shade as much as possible, some kind of shade, grasses, herbs, bushes, trees. Conscious Planet is launching Save Soil movement to bring about a policy change to regenerate soil. As a part of this, I'm 65 and I'm riding 30,000 kilometers, a lone motorcycle journey, 30,000 kilometers across 24 nations to activate support from the citizenry to assure the governments long-term investments will be appreciated. So it's extremely important that soil regeneration is enshrined in the policy of every government on the planet. We must change the narrative on the planet that soil is a wealth, a legacy we have received from previous generations, and we have to pass it on as living soil for future generations. We are in a cusp of time. If you do the right things now, in the next 15 to 25 years, we can significantly turn this situation around and regenerate the soil. But if we allow this to progress like this for another 30 to 40 years, after 40 years if we attempt this, then it could take 150 to 200 years because that much loss of biodiversity would have happened. From 21st of March for 100 days, the whole world, every human being on the planet should talk soil. We must hear the word soil, save soil everywhere to see that the narrative on the planet changes towards the most vital aspect of our life, the soil. Each one of you should reach as many people as you can to make this happen. Many global leaders and influencers are already participating in the movement. Be a part of this and let us make it happen.
From my part, as much as I can contribute.
We're going to save the soil. Do your part.
And saving the soils.
Our future, our children's future, and our planet's future depend on it.
Save the soil.
We know what we must do, so let's make it happen.
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 As many of you may be aware, Sadhguru started a 30,000 kilometer journey, which is like 18,600 miles, a 100-day motorcycle journey from London to South India on March 21st. Um, if you look at what is 30,000 kilometers or 18,000 miles, it is going across America, North America, 6 times in 100 days. During this journey, he is meeting with global leaders, influencers, decision makers, and the citizens. We would like to share a few highlights from the journey so far.
It's a great pleasure for me. These beautiful Caribbean nations are going for this first.
This memorandum of understanding that we are signing, it will also bring some technical assistance to the Caribbean region.
This is a historic moment because here is the first step to turn around.
You are probably one of the most famous Indians, and what you're doing today is really important because people like you who have a wonderful following of millions and millions of people, and what you're doing with that is so important with saving the soil.
If you want to say, I love you to your child, you must just say save soil, because it is a more committed way of saying I love you.
Every single one of us needs to get behind this really, really important mission.
It's an extraordinary campaign. It echoes what we in the Commonwealth have been aspiring to do for a number of years.
Next 100 days from 21st of March, we want the whole world to talk about soil.
It is not about the motorcycle, it's not about the journey, it's not about the song, it is about moving people on the planet. Make it happen, huh?
Nobody spoke about soil like Sadhguru does.
I think if we all contribute, then we have a really strong voice.
There has been so much excitement and everybody is so excited to hear Sadhguru.
This is our time on the planet. What we do here is our business. Let's do the right things.
I honestly didn't feel like part of the movement before. Obviously, I'd never met him. Seeing what kind of a following he has and how impactful it is, I really feel like I just joined a global movement.
Graffiti artists supporting this Save Soil movement, wanting to inspire the youth, and youth being the major population in most parts of the world today, all graffiti artists, to whatever walls that you have, make sure that you use this. One of the most beautiful cities of Europe.
It really resonated with me, the message that we have to save our soil.
It's our common issue together. It's not for one nation, for one person, but we as people have to unite and to solve this.
This is a celebration of human beings coming together to do what they need to do. Had a wonderful meeting with the Agriculture Minister of Slovenia.
Rešimo prst!
all of us have been part of this destruction. The only way is all of us become part of the solution also. Riding on to Italy. Italy is raining heavily tonight. Here in Venice.
So it's like a wave of hope.
Is necessary for the future.
Over 2000 years ago, this eternal city made the mistake of over-farming the region, and the erosions that caused did tremendous damage, and that was also the fall of the city at that time. So, the Romans of today should never make that mistake once again.
And we are very happy that we are aligned in our message to really hide the profile of soils, and we believe that is very much needed.
Young people getting into farming is very good. That's the future of the world. Thank you.
Here we are in Geneva.
I think it's a message of urgency, but it's also a message of hope. So I would really like to thank Sadhguru for his leadership.
The global movement led by him addresses the soil crisis by mobilizing people around the entire world.
It touches your heart, you know, and his message is strong.
This massive fountain in the Lake of Geneva is lit up for Save Soil today with Save Soil colors of blue and green. You cannot stop this. The moment is on. It's going to be on till the policies are done. See, when people want it, it definitely will happen. There's no question about it. Tell me, will it happen? Huh?
In this cold, slippery road and winds are picking up speed, no matter what the hell, I have to keep going. You think this is a problem? Relentless commitment to what you do. That is the only solution. Save soil, let's make it happen.
We already have one action, which is an MOU to be signed between Isha Foundation and 4,000 Initiative Soils for Food Security and Climate for cooperation in achieving our objective of creating a healthier soil.
We were just sharing exactly the same objective, increasing carbon content in the soil.
I'm really humbled by your campaign, Sadhguru. What you are doing is really impressive.
First, I would like to thank Sadhguru for this campaign. I'm quite amazed and thrilled by it.
I was very honored to be on the stage and be able to actually express that his mission is what we need.
It's fantastic. France has been great. Well, Brussels.
Let's put together and work on a common message for all to save a resource that determines our future. Save the soil.
We should all stand up and make the most impact we can to create a real change in the world.
Get the bottom!
And then a smashing evening at the main event. And a super enthusiastic crowd committing themselves to make this happen.
It's heartwarming to see everybody come together.
Save soil on the move. Let's make it happen. Just look up the news and see in the last 4 months, how many governments have started talking about soil because they see it's picking up momentum. But if you create 3 to 4 billion people talking about soil, that's it. That will be the main conversation in the government.
Save the Soil is a very important movement that we support as UNCCT. We would like to propose to the world to do whatever they can to protect the soil because it is our future.
Save soil, let's make it happen.
I need someone to show me the way. I need someone to show me the way.
The education ministry in Germany has now come into the picture officially and asked all the children to do artwork to support Save Soil movement. Good, Arjun, wonderful. Congratulations that you wrote to the Prime Minister.
Let's make it happen!
So, on the way to Bratislava, well, the road surface is not great, too many puddles of water, so can't maintain very high speed. It's great that all of you are here in Bratislava. Nobody ever imagined 100 years ago that we will have to save soil of all the things.
Thank you for coming to Slovakia. It's wonderful, and I'm very happy that with your campaign.
Would you like to come in the kitchen and cook with me a little bit?
Why not? Without soil being rich, food won't be rich. Without food being rich, our bodies will not be of full potential.
What do you call it?
It's a Sadhguru sir.
Table 12.
The old heroes always built something which stands up like this, but the new heroes are those people who will nurture the soil which always lies beneath our feet, never stands up. This wonderful city of Belgrade, the UNFAO said something which really deeply hurt me, is the soil that we are consuming right now belongs not even to these little children, belongs to the unborn child. This is an expression of our love and responsibility for our own lives and the future lives.
I love the message that he sent and how he broadened it, that it's everybody's responsibility.
There is a great potential for a good collaboration, partnership with the campaign Save Soil, and what we are doing as a government. We can make it together.
It's very important, bringing a certain sense of love and celebration towards the land that we walk upon.
It's just afternoon, but temperatures are around 2 degrees, morning it was below 0. Not a weather for motorcycle for sure. Going from Sofia to Bucharest.
Organize yourself whichever way you want, form groups, come together somehow and see this happens.
Sadhguru reminded me that I have a voice.
The people from Istanbul were really amazed by Sadhguru to appear, and they were just so happy to see him.
This many people, if all of you are committed and you spend 15–20 minutes a day to enhance the message, I think I don't have to go on riding like crazy. Yesterday I rode 18 hours, can you believe this, through Bulgarian roads?
Is an honest expression of his wisdom and love for humanity, I think.
He's been riding through very rough terrain, rough roads, dusty construction sites.
It was a long drive and we were getting a little late for the live event at Tbilisi.
He, right at the end, maybe 5 minutes before the event, decided that he couldn't stop for a break.
In the traffic, he was just removing his jacket and gloves and throwing in the car just to make it on time.
The whole purpose of this movement is to first to bring this home, that when you walk up on the soil, you know it is the source of your life. Keeping it alive is the most important thing. Will you make it happen?
He's a gift from God for the people, for the earth, for the soil.
We must save the soil, we must plant the trees, we must replenish the forests, we must save our planet.
Wonderful, thank you so much for standing up for soil.
يا تربة الحبيبة وعدا منا وعهدا والعهد لن يخيبا.
Right now, soil has turned into sand because we pulled out all the organic content. We are taking the life out of the soil. If we don't put that back, all the other concerns which are important to be attended to, but none of them will matter.
This is not for us, this is for him and his generation, hoping that they would have a better future with a better world. Save soil.
Here in Palestine, wonderful to be here.
I salute you and I respect your initiative and my full support of what is needed from the Palestinian side to support you.
The most important thing is we must keep our lands alive for future generations, because that is a fundamental responsibility we hold for our children and future generations beyond them.
Well, it's very important. I can tell you as a motorcycle driver, I also like motorcycles and it's not easy. This guy is devoted, and this is what makes him so impressive, and so he touches people.
When it comes to agriculture, when it comes to soil, when it comes to soil ecology, our national borders mean nothing, because microorganisms operate as a global system. People are talking about doctors without borders. I'm asking you, are you beings without borders? Are you alive without borders? The only way we can see the continuum of life process is that it has to be addressed globally. Implementation has to happen on the land, and land is not managed by scientists, land is managed by farmers. So it's extremely important. It must be a single-point agenda, incentive-based agenda. If inspiration, incentives and disincentives after a certain period of time is the way forward, this is my appeal to every one of you, because I don't want this COP15 to end as one more convention with more paper and more paper. This must end with concrete action, and action in such a way that it's implementable.
There is no word to describe what Sadhguru is doing for us.
If we want to see everybody prosper, it is so important that each of us do our part and raise our voices.
Save soil!
Save soil!
Let's make it happen!
The Saudi Arabia as a kingdom, since 1970s, converting deserts into fertile lands has been quietly happening. Other countries which have fertile lands and actively working to turn them into deserts, you must put them to shame, it's very important. In so many ways we have found the differences between each other in terms of nationality, race, religion, caste, creed. If we act as one humanity, in the next 10-15 years we can turn this around.
بالعربي أنقذ التربة لنفعل ذلك على أرض الواقع بمبادرات عملية وجادة ملموسة الأثر. أنقذ التربة save soil.
We are very glad to have Sadhguru in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
You are capable of looking beyond your immediate well-being and doing something in the world that is worthwhile. Right now, this is not even about generosity, this is about survival. Save soil, let's make it happen. Thank you very much.
You know, the most important thing of what I have learned from him is that the most important thing is to live in harmony and peace within yourself.
انقذوا التربة and save soil.
40 minutes past midnight, just another maybe 30 kilometers to the Emirates border, UAE border. It's been a long drive. Totally 930 kilometers today we're doing. Well, UAE has become, an airline hub and a shopping hub and other kinds, but nobody imagined it could be an ecological hub.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Sadhguru, on this wonderful journey. The UAE is partnering with you on Saved Soil, such an important cause.
As you can see, the public and decision makers have been overwhelmingly welcoming and supportive of this movement. Does anyone know where Sadhguru is today and what day it is for his journey? Yes, it is the 70th day of his journey, and he just arrived in Bharat, in India. Mumbai's iconic BMC building was lit up in blue and green in solidarity with the Save Soil movement, with music, dance, and art and love. Save Soil supporters across Bharat gave him a heartfelt welcome. So, how can you participate, right? That is why we are here, to see how can we be of support and what we can do. While Sadhguru is doing everything he can do, we need to do whatever we can to support. Let's start. I'll share the savesoil.org. That is a website that you must visit and educate yourself. Let me share how you can be informed with whatever is happening. Okay, you can see my screen now. All right. So let's go to savesoil.org. Savesoil.org. It's taking a minute to show up. All right. So here you can see what this movement is about, right? What is the Save Soil message? Who all are our supporters? What is the crisis? You can see that there are all the crises that we are right now in, and this is what we need to support. So what can we do? What are the resources that are available to us? So if you see on the top right, there is this Action Now button. You click on this and you will find all resources that are required. You can learn about soil. you can write a letter to our leaders. So let's see if you wanted to reach out to the President of the United States. What do you want to do? You want to write a letter. So you click on this send letters. And here, everything is provided, whatever you need. There is the contact form. This is the Twitter for President of the United States. This is the copy suggested letter content. You click here, you can copy your content. You click on the contact form. And here, what is the message type? You want to contact the president or contact the vice president, whoever, you just click that. You put the information of who you are trying to reach. Then you put your information. I think I'm still on already. Give me a minute. You see the other tab. Okay, so here, let me see if I can share the other tab that I have opened. Share screen. All right, I think this is what it shows right now. That's all right. So basically, if you click here, it will open a new form where you can put all your information. You can copy whatever is the content here, or you can change it as you want to. You could write to the Secretary of Agriculture. You could write to anybody that you want to inform them about the Save Soil, right? Then if you come back, you can be abreast of what is happening in the events. If you click on the events tab, you can see what is the journey of Save Soil. Where Sadhguru is, as you can see, he's in Jamnagar right now, and will be going to Jaipur next. You can minimize this a little bit to see what his journey has been so far. Scroll around to see his journey. If you missed any of his live events, you can see the live events here. If you want to attend any of the events or look for what is happening, you can see what are the events that are happening here. What are the resources? So if you scroll all the way up, here are the resources, right? There are toolkits that are available to you. Okay, so let's see what are the tags for social media. What are the tags that if you are tweeting something on Twitter, you can use this page to see what are the tags or handles that you could use. For Twitter, it's CP Save Soil, at Sadhguru JV. For Facebook, for Instagram, what do you want to share? There are a lot of soil facts that you could take from here. If you scroll down, you will see many soil facts. Every day, you could take one of these and tweet it, or you can put it on Facebook, or you could reach out to your friends and family and talk about it. There is more resources available. If you click on downloads, there's all the other information. Let's see if you want to reach out to anybody, you want to share this video, you can download all this. For Twitter cover photo you have, for Facebook cover photo you have, any of the print assets that you want, the logo, the placards, Save Soil flyer. So a lot of information has been provided here. Now, let's say you're not on social media, because social media is one thing that you want to be on, especially if you want to spread this message about Save Soil virally, make it viral. But you're not there and you need some help. So there are social media tutorials. You could, if you want to be on Instagram, there are 3 different levels that you could have. If you want to be on WhatsApp, you want to learn anything. So these are the tutorials that you could use, and you can spend some time to go over it. Okay. In many cities, on the weekend of 18th and 19th June, which is when Sadhguru's journey is about to commence. Save Soil walkathons are happening across the nation. So if on savesoil.org, if you click on walkathon here, you will see all the events that are happening. So if you scroll down, on this Father's Day, walk to save soil. So that is the message we want to give, that let's walk together for the future of our children. Thousands of people across the North and Latin Americas are walking. So for your state, for your city, you can scroll down here and learn more. So all the states, if let's say you are in Washington, D.C. or Virginia, so there is a walkathon happening in Richmond, right? Wherever you are, you can see. If you just want to take a whole list, you can just click on here, scroll down, and register for it. All right. The other thing, let me share one more thing. How to reach out to media. Let's say if you know somebody that you want to reach out to media, that is also available. Let's say I think this is the media, that you can see what is in media. You can also share this with somebody who is already in media, who's not really aware of what is much happening, but you want them to show something. So you can either ask them to show some of these, or you can ask them to share the live events on their media. So if you see at the top of savesoil.org, Sadhguru is in Jaipur. It will be live on 4 days. So you can work with them so that they can telecast it live on their website. So what we can do, keep yourself well informed. There are many resources, as we just saw on savesoil.org, that you can make use of. Follow the journey, the live events, and this is the way to show your support. Continue to amplify the messages on social media, which is the most effective means of communication today. Reach out to as many people as you can. You can tweet, retweet, post on Twitter. You can follow Sadhguru on Twitter. You can follow Isha Foundation on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Have your kids make TikTok videos. If you have not done yet, you should also sign up as the Earth Buddies and spend 10 to 20 minutes a day amplifying the message. Only when a substantial number of people raise their voices, their concerns, the government will be looking forward to implement these changes in the policy. So if you have any questions, please put it in the chat and we will take the questions. And while you're putting the questions, let me also share some of the ways the local volunteers or the local other Earth Buddies are sharing and reaching out to multiple people. If you can see, these are some of the photos shared with us by our Earth Buddies. They have reached out to farmers market. They talk to farmers about what is Save Soil. Sorry about the inconvenience. Technology, that is one of the best things that we can use, but that is also one of the things that we lose right when we need it. So looking at Q&A, we do have a few questions. Cindy Wright has asked, as an earth buddy, we are often asked the innocent question, what's the difference between dirt and soil? So Cindy, really, if you think about it, it is a huge difference. Dirt, soil is rich. It's the connotation. See, dirt, when you say your hands are dirty, your clothes are dirty, you played in dirt, right? The whole connotation, how you look at soil changes. Whereas soil is rich, soil is an ecosystem. Soil is where 87% of the living survives. Because of that, everything is living. That is what is the difference. So, soil, if you can explain to kids that in 1 teaspoon of soil, you have more microbes than you have human beings on earth. That is what the soil is rich. So, really, if people say dirt, there is no difference. It's how we look at it that is the difference. Hmm? Mary Howard would like to purchase Save Soil buttons or t-shirts. How I can do that? You could purchase the t-shirts. You could go to ishalife.com. If somebody can post that link in the chat, you can go there. You can purchase the t-shirts. Or if you want, you could print the you can print stickers also. So as we looked at the resources that you can download the logos, you can download whatever you want, and then you can reach out to your local print vendors or somebody and see if they could print some um, buttons for you or anything, just because all the logo and resources are available for you to download. But for other merchandise, you could go to ishalife.org and see if they have t-shirts available. So if there are no more questions, we thank you so much for joining us today. We will meet again Sunday at 2 p.m. CT and Thursday at 7 p.m. CT to look for more updates and activities. Before we close, we would like to share some more information with you. We hope you enjoy them. And there was one thing today when Sadhguru was welcomed at Jamnagar, India. The 3 things that somebody asked him, what should I look forward to? What should I remember to do? What are the 3 things? So the 3 things he shared. First, the government should give policy incentives to the farmers. They can't do it on their own. The second, the carbon credits that have right now are more towards industries. They're more towards more towards businessmen or more industrialization. However, for farmers, it needs to be a different policy. And third, when farmers have food which comes from organic content, like with soil which is rich in organic content, 3% or more, that should get a better shelf life. So that is what we are looking forward to. So hope you enjoyed joining us. Thank you all for your valuable time and joining us today. Thank you.
La 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 la. This very body is soil. My body, your body, everybody is just soil body.
magic of soil is it turns death into life. Depleted soils will not quench the fire of hunger. Unquenched hunger can burn the very world. This is a generational responsibility. Save soil. Let's make it happen.